All right, and we are live. Should I get my mini ears? I don't know where my mini ears went. Oh well. Okay, so I'm gonna wait just a minute to see if anyone's gonna pop on. Do I have my mini ears? Okay. All right, hello. I was seeing, oh, I can actually share. First, Allison. I can actually share. Oh wow, that's cool. I could probably set that up next time. Okay. I don't know where my mini ears went. I would put them on if I knew where they are. Sup? All right. Yep, Hercules. We're going over that today. I will say I probably look wackadoo. I'll give a little refresher on everything that's been going on. All right, so hello, Fresh Baked. I am your host, Grace Elise, and I am going to be doing Movie Mondays live just for like maybe 2 weeks. We'll see how everyone likes it. Typically, I do a like film in front of the camera, edit, and then post. But see if live stream works. And if we all like the format, we'll continue with it. It's much easier for me to do, but I understand that not a lot of people can make the live. So just something fun I think would be interesting. It would be a little bit longer, and I feel like we can share to the NSA group. Thank you, Mark. With the live interactions, you're able to put more input, give me more facts that I may have missed instead of leaving a comment, so I can get like live feedback and we can react to each other, and it's all fun. All right, so everyone's asking how I'm feeling. Okay, so let's just go ahead and begin. I'm well. I'm healthy. For those of you who may not have known, I did contract COVID-19 back in June. I don't know where July went. It's already August. I don't know what happened to July, but I had COVID June 18th. I had symptoms for about 2 weeks, but survived. It's all good. Yeah, July I don't think existed. But I'm healthy. I've been good. I actually went to the gym today, which was a little scary because, you know, COVID and stuff, but the gym I go to is not that popular, and I had like the alcohol-based spray, and I didn't touch anything unless I sprayed it down, wiped it down before and after, and I wore my mask, and everyone else in there for the most part wore their masks, so I felt kind of safe in there, so it was okay. Yeah, so that's that. If it weren't for Walt Disney's love of trains, Disneyland and all the theme park would be around that would exist. True. The gym, we don't have those in California. I know, and I've actually been trying to just like do stuff at home, but I've been paying for my membership since like January, and I haven't been since February. And they did stall payments, but like I've paid for June and I paid for July, so it's like might as well go. Yes, I know, it's great to be on here again. So that was the first reason, my first excuse for not posting regularly, because I was sick with coronavirus. Obviously I'm better, so that's no longer an excuse. Another excuse that I have is I was transitioning jobs. So I had to resign from my current job that I had for 3 years, and now I'm transitioning into my final semester of college, which is an internship. It's not really a class, it's an internship. And because I'm in the education field, it is a full-time, like Monday through Friday teacher position, unpaid. But I'll be working full-time Monday through Friday teacher schedule. So I had to resign from my old one, tie up loose ends, and then now I'm having to do orientation and meet and talk to my host teacher in this new school, so it's a lot of that. That was my other excuse. And then the third one, which kind of leads to my probably disorganized life, my family adopted a rescue dog last Saturday, not the one that just passed, but the week before. He is a 2-year-old German Shepherd mix rescue, and he has attached himself to my hip, and he is very needy and whiny, and I have not been able to get away from him at all without him following me. Like, we're talking in the bathroom, he follows me. So I was able to get the sit up. So I film in my bedroom. This is my bedroom. I haven't slept in my bedroom in over a week because I've been having to sleep on the couch in the living room with the dog. So my room is an absolute mess, and I haven't been in here, so I had to like rehook up my charger cord and set up the tripod. And I actually was gonna have the dog come up and like see you all, but this guy's a maniac, and we live in a 2-story home. This dog ran up the stairs and with me to come up here and set it up, and then I realized I needed the paper that I didn't print out. So I went to go back downstairs, and he kind of like zoomed down the stairs, and I don't think he's hurt, but he definitely didn't want to come back up the stairs with me immediately. So I was like, okay, just chill downstairs with Dad. He'll probably be whining and howling in a minute, but yeah. All right, so that was my other excuse. So COVID, transitioning jobs and internships in college, and a new dog that's really needy, and he's a rescue, and he's jumpy with everyone else, so I have to be there for him. Okay, so those are my excuses. So now, for the reason that you clicked on the video, let's talk about Hercules. So I'll be doing the same basic format: movie facts, park facts, and then personal facts, and then we will be reviewing what is for next week. Yeah, so I'm still trying to decide if this is going to be uploaded in full, and then I'll have like an edited version that has the pictures and stuff. But we can talk about that, see how this goes, and then we'll go from there. Nice. All right. So, and feel free to chime in at any time, but try to stay just within like the section that we're in. So right now, movie facts. So if there's anything here that you find interesting, you want to chime in, anything that is important that you feel I missed, just go ahead. Hola, Joy. All right. So Hercules, the Disney film, animated, was released in 1997, which was the year I was born. I'm kind of aging myself there, but there you go. It released June 13th, and it was directed by Ron Clements and John Musker. So there were research trips to Greece and Turkey that provided some inspiration for the background designs. Animation for the film was done in California and Paris. Computer animation was also utilized in several scenes, predominantly the Hydra battle sequence. I should probably also say that Hercules is based off of the Greek/Roman myth of the demigod. So I can't say so my vote uploaded the whole thing like David does. Night muffins. Okay, that's okay. 87 was 3 years ago. All right, so it was interesting to know. Oh, look, it's Jose. So despite many positive critical receptions to the film being released, it actually came under a lot of dispute, which I will touch on a lot during my personal. But despite the positive critical reception, the film underperformed in its theatrical release, notably in comparison to its predecessors, such as like Aladdin, things like that, earning $252 million in the box office revenue worldwide. Hercules was later followed by the direct-to-video prequel, Hercules Zero to Hero, which served as the pilot for Hercules the Animated Series, which was a Disney television series focusing on Hercules during the time at his academy. So Tate Donovan is the voice of adult Hercules from the film. None other than Danny DeVito is the voice of Phil from the film. James Wood does the voice of Hades, and Susan Egan does the voice of Megra. I'm just checking to make sure you're all just talking. Okay. So the first pitch for the film was actually supposed to be an adaptation of the Odyssey, which is another Greek epic myth, which entered into production in the following summer. However, the production of the film was abandoned when it was deemed too long and lacked central characters, which I completely agree, because in 9th grade I had to read both the Odyssey and the Iliad I guess it's the Iliad and the Odyssey. I guess it's reversed. And that was long and kind of tedious and boring. So it says that it was deemed long and lacked central characters and failed to translate to Animation Academy. Academy. Comedy. Animation comedy. That's what I meant to say. The soundtrack for Hercules consists of music written by composer Alan Menken, which is a popular name I'm sure everyone knows. If you listen to Disney soundtracks, Alan Menken does a lot of the classic, Disney sounding songs. So feel free to look him up. Hello, James. All right. Disney intended for the film to have an open-air premiere in the city of Athens in Greece. But the Greek government declined after Greek media and the public panned the film. I love this line. A Greek newspaper entitled, oh my goodness, I don't know how to speak Greek or say Greek words, Adidas Meftos, typos, called it another case of foreigners distorting our history and culture just to suit their commercial interests. I like that line, mostly because, of course, I'm not Greek, so I can't really touch on that. But after studying and knowing the actual Hercules myths and stories, the Disney adaptation is awful. It is kind of disgraceful to the original myth in their culture, right? So I kind of like that title. So on February 6, 2019, it was announced that a theatrical adaptation of the film be produced for like stage. And then on April 29th, 2020, it was reported that a live action remake was going to be looked at. So, and I know that when I first said I was going to do the movie review on Hercules, someone said not to talk about the live action, and I don't plan to. I will just say I really hope that casting pays attention to who they're casting, and if Danny DeVito does not play Phil, boycott the film. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Easter eggs in the film. I watched a quick YouTube review on things you might have missed from Hercules, because I didn't have time to watch the whole film, which I usually do before Movie Mondays. I watched the entire film before filming this. Didn't get a chance to do that. So one of the Easter eggs that I thought was very interesting was the use of Scar from the villain from Lion King, used as like a cape or rug. At one point, Hercules has a lion pelt on him, and you can see the scar is still on the right eye, or the correct eye, I should say. Yeah. So, I thought that was a nice little Easter egg. They also have a lot of nods kind of to the musical aspect of it. At one point, the muses during I Won't Say I'm in Love has a little nod towards, I believe it's Kiss the Girl? Yes, Kiss the Girl from Little Mermaid, which you kind of correlate. It was, both were composed by Alan Menken, so he kind of probably had that same musical motif in there. So that's what I have here for the movie facts. So is there anything else you want to add or chime at this time? And we can always go back later. I sound like such a teacher. And hi, Callie, I see you entered the chat. He did make a very nice throw rug. Yes. And that was like part of the line too in Lion King, right? Zazu came up to Scar and he's like, I would like to make a throw rug out of you. So something along those lines. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to parks facts. I only have a little bit. So for parks, I have Hercules and Meg used to make occasional visits at Epcot or outside of Hollywood Studios during like the Character Palooza or like the training sessions at Epcot, where they have them kind of off the main path. So if you see them, you can kind of talk with them, and they're just in training basically. Other than that, they can be found at like a villain's after party or Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, along with Hades as well. So Hades doesn't normally meet and greet unless it's a special ticketed event such as Mickey's Not So Scary and like a villain's after party, things like that. Huge Disney and Star Wars fan. Yeah, welcome, James. So not a lot of park information on Hercules. It is interesting, when I was looking this up, I did see Joy. Wish Meg was a normal meet and greet character. I completely agree. I'm so flattered you noticed me. Usually I'm noticeable because of my bad hair day. No, I notice you. You and I talk all the time, girl. You know I know you. What was I saying? Oh, when I was looking it up, I did see the photo from one of the meet and greets with Hercules, and his wig was not that great, so I can tell that it was very like put together, thrown together. So if they're gonna have them come, such as like what Callie just said, if Epcot were to add a Grease pavilion, more likely than not they will have meet and greets with Meg and Hercules, because why not? Right, exactly. Then I feel like their costumes would be a little bit more presentable. And even like during parades and like villain after parties, if there were to be there, if those characters were to be there, their costumes don't have to be super perfect, because it's only like a ticketed event, and the parades, for example, they don't get too close to the cameras, so the costume doesn't have to be completely accurate, you know. So going on to personal facts, I really don't have too much. If it weren't for, yes, you said that. Thank you, Aiden. Personal facts. So, I will say that in the state of Florida, I don't know if it's the same everywhere else, but in the state of Florida, in 7th grade, that is when you learn Greek mythology. So you read like Percy Jackson, you talk about epics and myths, things like that, in literature, in English. So I'm going to be an English teacher, and my dream position is 7th grade. And I will say that I was placed for my internship in a 7th grade classroom, so I'm actually really excited about that. And I've never really gotten into Greek mythology. I have nothing against it. I just never got into it. Some of the names were confusing, and I was never really able to follow it. And my internship teacher emailed me and was like, hey, get ready because we're going to be doing Greek mythology first. And I was like, oh, I should probably brush up on that. So I found this neat little documentary on the History Channel about Greek mythology, kind of from the beginning with Kronos, and then it went to Zeus, and then now I'm on Hercules. Jose gifts with the $9.99. Thanks, baby. Thank you. So I started to watch those Greek mythology videos to kind of brush up on my Greek mythology, and I had just ended on the Hercules one. So his myth was very well refreshed in my mind, and after like reviewing the plot of the Disney version of Hercules, I was like shocked at how much they changed. Kind of like Pocahontas, where they completely distort actual history, culture, mythology, to fit like the Disney mode, I guess, which is completely understandable. I mean, but I guess you just got to take that with a grain of salt. If you're going to watch the 1997 Disney Hercules, don't expect to see the actual myth, I guess. But yeah, and I know I've missed a few because I was talking. Can we please have decade theme parades like 90s, 50s? Yes, that would be amazing. Or even just have like the decade parade, and then like each float has the characters from the movies from that time. Didn't learn about myths and read about them until high school. Okay. I know that we also did a little Greek in, I think, 10th grade here in Florida. Yes, hi. Hope to see you in October. Hopefully, we'll see what I'm doing. I'll be working full-time in a school. We'll see how that goes. And my favorite ride, my favorite attraction is definitely Country Bears. which we can talk about in another live stream. I don't want to get too off topic here. I kind of want to focus this on Hercules in the movie. But definitely some of my views of the park has changed since I've been away from it for so long. I think I have kind of a more narrow answer for rides, attractions, things like that, which I like. So yeah, I was talking about Greek mythology. So yeah, so I don't know too much, and I know that everyone loves Greek mythology, at least that I've met, and they always are shocked, such as Callie, when I tell them I don't know a lot about Greek mythology, but I'm trying to brush up. I'm trying to learn. I read the first 2 Percy Jackson books, and I've seen some like adaptations of different myths. And like I said, I did read the Iliad and the Odyssey in 9th grade for my history class, my AP history class. World history class. So it was fun. So I also wanted to touch on Go the Distance, which is my favorite song from the movie. I love all the songs. Alan Menken makes great musics. Great musics. I got distracted. Have a great enough muffin. Work calls. Be safe, Jose. Talk to you when you're off. But yeah, I love Alan Menken's work. I think that he creates this sort of like Disney nostalgia in his songs. So I definitely love the entire soundtrack. I was listening to the soundtrack while I was making that script. So I got a refresher on the music. Go the Distance makes you cry every time. I feel that. I hear you. I do get emotional when I listen to it as well. It's also probably the first song that I play if I start to clean my room, and that's on my mind right now because my room is a mess, and I'm thinking I need to clean my room. So probably when I'm done with this, I'm gonna say, "Okay, Google, heard me."
I'm designed to wait in standby until I'm activated, like when you say, "Hey Google." The status indicator on your device lets you know when I'm activated. When I'm in standby, I won't send what you're saying to Google or anyone else.
Yeah, I don't know if you could hear that, but he was talking the whole time. So I would say, play Go the Distance, and it would be the first song that I play as I start cleaning, and then it will probably go into like the work song from Cinderella, and then also the other work song from Enchanted, and then When Will My Life Begin from Tangled, which is another Alan Menken song, so you get the picture. Hello, Kimberly. I will stay away. I can social distance. Oh my gosh, I freaking love that. How come your pets no clean your room? Are you talking about my little rats that you can probably hear munching on their food? That was another thing too. My dog can't really come in here if I'm not in here because he took a snap at my rats the other day, and I was like, we don't snap at my rats. Yeah, no, and they actually are one of the main things I have to clean because again, I haven't been in here for a long time, and I only come in here to get changed and put on my makeup, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to clean the cage. This is not Hercules. Okay. And I was expecting just to go 30 minutes for this, so not a full hour because I obviously don't have a lot of content on Hercules. Now, if we were talking about a movie that I know inside and out, not necessarily inside out, but oh yeah, I still gotta go over what's for next week too. Okay. Kelly, you're distracting me. All right. So yeah, no, I love the music. What are your favorite songs? Favorite songs from Hercules, guys. So Joy says that she cries every time she hears Go the Distance. I'm with you. I also love I Won't Say I'm in Love, just because that mood is like, yes, I agree. I mean, not anymore. I can say I'm in love, but I like that. I do like Zero to Hero. That's pretty cool. And then what's the one that Phil says where they're training? You're my one last hope, and it's up to you. That one. Yes, karaoke mood. Yes, one last hope. Thank you, Callie. So I love all those songs. So any personal comments? Anything? Have you ever met Hercules or Meg or Hades in the parks? Is there anything in California that's Hercules related? Because I only search for Walt Disney World. I always like to know what's going on over there. No. I wish. Yeah, okay. I get that. Yeah, nope. Nada. No. Okay. That's great. See, this is why live is just so fantastic. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and read out next week's, and I will post it down in the comments for those of you who may not want to watch all this fluff. So I'll put the timestamp, so it's about 26 minutes in. All right, so for next week, we are doing the 70s inspired. So we have the Aristocats, we have Bedknobs and Broomsticks, the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, the Rescuers, and Pete's Dragon. I will say I personally have not seen Pete's Dragon all the way through, and I haven't seen Bedknobs and Broomsticks in probably 20 years. And my favorites on this list are definitely Winnie the Pooh, Rescuers, and Aristocats. Not necessarily in that order, but yeah. RESCUE, Rescue Aid Society. Heads held high, touch the sky. You mean everything to me. Yes, do it for my rats. Bedknobs and Broomsticks. All right. So I see all your votes here, and of course you can vote down in the comments below once this is uploaded, and then it will be uploaded to the Facebook, so you can comment there as well. I'm just going to read them out so I know who's voted. So I have Callie Rescuers. Kim says Bedknobs or Aristocats. Joy, if you want to put your vote in, you can. Aristocats. Gotcha. All right. I love the music from there too. And Greg says Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Who does the music for Bedknobs and Broomsticks? It's not the Sherman Brothers, is it? Bedknobs. Because if it's the Sherman Brothers, something I learned, Jose loves the Sherman Brothers music. So, musicians, thank you. I would have never thought that musicians made the music for the film. Thank you. Yeah, so now we're down to 2 minutes, so I'm gonna be... Everyone likes Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Everybody wants to be a cat, because the cat's the only cat who knows where it's at. Yeah. Okay, so that's gonna do it here. I'm gonna be wrapping this up and uploading it. Thank you all who watched, and thank you all for the 21 likes. If you haven't already liked it, please like it. Angela Lansbury sings in it. Ooh, okay. So far it looks like we are either Aristocats or Bedknobs, so we'll continue with that. And sorry I have this rubber band on my, because I'm just distracted. Mark, thanks. You're welcome. So again, thank you all for watching. If you're rewatching this, don't forget to comment down below. Aristocats for Mark, got it. Comment down below anything I may have missed, any of your personal connections you want to share with us. Vote down here below. Good night, Greg. Thank you so much for the $5 donation. I greatly appreciate it. Give pats to the new baby. Okay, I'll post it on, and you follow us on Instagram, because I'll post it on Instagram for you, Kim. Yeah, so I'm going to read them just one more time here. So next week we have Aristocats, Bedknobs and Broomsticks, Many Adventures of the Winnie the Pooh, Rescuers, and Pete's Dragon. Kim, I'll tag you. So yeah, that's going to do it here. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, we're going to be working out the little details, any flaws, anything if we want to change this live recordings and going back to the original upload, but we'll work it out. And I hope you all have a good rest of your night. Stay safe, be kind to others, and have a good night. Bye, guys.